Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we finished off the second trial, and we are going back to do some investigation. We found out that the murder may have been committed in Studio 2, and so the only people who could have done it are the producer and the director who were in Studio 2. So I guess we're gonna find out something about that today. Let's get going. Heck yeah. October 19th, 3:27 p.m., Wright & Co. offices. My voice. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya! So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick! Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that system, trials had to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Let's go. Actually, knowing the court system here, I was really surprised at the difference between the court system here and how it is in the real world. I've heard, my forensics teacher told me trials can take years to happen, and I'm like, that actually makes a lot more sense than whatever the heck is going on in Ace Attorney. Anyways, October 19th, Detention Center Visitors Room. Not like I ever thought that the whole 3-day trial system was real, ever. I knew that was pretty crazy, but, yeah. Anyways, I'm not sure what I'm trying to say here. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed them in there. You could stop looking so vulnerable, too. Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yeah, there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why's that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and... And what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh... Yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global... How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez claimed Global. 5 years ago? Can we ask about it? Do we have anything that we can, There's nothing. We're gonna go. Oh no, not her. Oh no. October 19th, Global Studios main gate. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think her guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Yeah, she's alive. Are we gonna talk to her? I was wondering about Dee Vaquez, the producer.
Oh, the studio bigwigs love her, so she always gets her way.
She seems bitter.
Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry.
Can I ask you about Sal Manella, the director?
Sal, he's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it.
Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer.
Ah! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it, calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this.
Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible.
I'm very sorry if throughout that whole thing I was peeking. I apologize for your ears. I probably broke someone's ears today. No, never mind. Let's go. October 19th, Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume, then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Oh, hi. October 19th, Studio 2 entrance. Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello?
H-E-L-L-O! H-E-L-L-O!
But Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. I'm super sorry if I broke any of your ears during that. Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Huh? Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh, dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it! Nick, she did it! She's the killer! My Beyblade speaks to me! I know it! Oh, dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manella? If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer? By yourselves? Oh dear. Oh, come on. Well, who's inside the trailer? Is it Mr. Manella? October 19th, Studio 2 trailer. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. So, there's nothing. What do we do? October 19th, Global Studios employee area. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there are any other clues lying around. Oh, hi, Gumshoe. No, touch it! Eek! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack. Yes, I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. You got any information for us, detective?
So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills? How?
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color.
Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for?
No, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So there were sleeping pills on the plate. Looks like it. Stake plate added to the court record. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kinda bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How was Edgeworth doing anyway? Edgeworth is out of control! He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal!
Wow, the fury of Edgeworth!
Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle.
So that means...
Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Sleeping pill bottle added to the court record. Let's go. Oh, shit. Oh, no. I meant let's go. Maybe talk a little bit more about these. Detective, about that bottle. Oh, that? Talk about embarrassing, pal. I can't believe I missed that on my first sweep for evidence. Don't know how I can apologize to Mr. Edgeworth.
It must be tough being a detective with all that responsibility.
Oh, It's looking like Will Powers was drugged. I'm gonna go back to the precinct to do some more detailed tests.
You're being very free with your information today, Detective.
Well, don't go telling anyone this, pal. But I was kind of impressed at today's trial, too.
Huh?
Most lawyers would have given up after the director's testimony. I think if it had been anyone but you up there, Powers would be done by now. Anything else? Nope. Let's go.
Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so...
What? Why?
But WP's innocent! Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done, but... This week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai.
What? No! I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer?
Yes?
On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2.
Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too! What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then.
The rumor?
Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He said he'd do anything she said, apparently.
Some dirt?
What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff.
I know what dirt means.
About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too.
The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then?
What do you mean, The Last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant.
No!
Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore.
What? Why?
I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided.
Why aren't they going to make the kids shows anymore?
The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand?
How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai?
It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow.
No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. It's Patch of Glory.
And this is...
A fan collected all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone.
You're right. Okay, but what can I do?
Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago.
Okay.
Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago?
Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago someone died and it was Hammer's fault.
Someone died?
It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up.
And that's the dirt she had on Hammer?
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do.
But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public?
Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out.
I see.
You know who knows more than this about... You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know?
Thanks, we'll try asking her. If she'll talk. It's a very big if, but let's hope she'll spill something. Do.
What, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me?
The old windbag doesn't look so good.
Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer.
She's starting to frother them out, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. Oops, wrong button. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago.
Who told? Who did you hear that from?
Huh?
Nichols!
Nichols?
Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols, that assistant we talked to.
Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun?
No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers.
And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Here's my proof.
What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove?
It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it.
But what does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers?
Steak plate. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes, so?
This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate.
I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul.
Miss Oldbag?
Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in.
Miss Oldbag.
You're right. 5 years ago there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio.
I see.
But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone.
Miss Oldbag.
Hold on a minute.
Poor Miss Oldbag.
Here, take this.
A photograph? Wait a second.
This is the picture.
Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
But how did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. That photo is really disturbing. Let me just quickly talk about that for a second. That photo is unbelievably disturbing. It's like you don't really expect to kill someone from an accident. You can see the panic on their faces. It's horrifying, honestly. It's like you just see the guy hunched over on the fence, and then you see the two of them utterly shocked. You can see the panic. What are we gonna do? Like, I just killed someone. Is the, I don't even know how I can explain, if I can explain it, but that photo is absolutely horrifying. Anyways, let's go present that to Vasquez. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Old bag. Old?
She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick.
Right, anyway. Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer.
Nick, she went inside the trailer.
You came. Well then, what was it that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now?
Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star.
Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord.
But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident.
Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way! You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me.
But the security lady said it was an accident.
Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. It gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He would have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now.
What? This is valuable evidence!
Boys! Oh, no, 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 no. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should Dee Vaquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away.
No, 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 no!
Wait, Are we good? Hold it right there! Let's go, Gumshoe! Dee Vaquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now! Let's go! Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Oh, thank you, Gumshoe! Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe, thank you! I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just I wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? Dee Vaquez. Let's go! Let's go! So, we've pretty much confirmed that Dee Vaquez is the killer because she tried to erase us. So that was fun. Oh my god. Whoa. That scared me. Well, I'm very, very sorry. This episode had a surprising amount of screaming, and I'm very sorry if my mic peaked during any of those moments. Yeah, I sincerely apologize if I broke your ears today. So, yeah. Alright, so now that we know who the killer is, I guess the next trial should be the final one. I mean, obviously it is going to be the final one anyway, since it's the third trial. But, yeah. Anyways, if you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, or maybe even subscribe. I'll see you next time.